Hello everyone. I hope you are doing well. I am here to make you confident. My goal is to help you realize who you are and what you can achieve. Let's start with our today's story. Story of Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa, born Angeze Gonj-Boyagiu in 1910, in the bustling city of Skopje, which today lies in Macedonia, was destined for greatness from a young age. Raised in a family that believed deeply in charity and faith, she grew up seeing the needs of others as her own. Little did the world know that this young Albanian girl would go on to become a symbol of compassion and selfless service, touching the hearts of millions. At the age of 18, Angeze felt a calling she couldn't ignore. God was summoning her to serve the poor, the sick, and the forgotten. Leaving her home, she entered the Sisters of Loreto, a Catholic religious order, in Ireland. She would soon travel to India, a land that would forever alter the course of her life. Upon arriving in Calcutta, now Kolkata, in 1929, she began her missionary work, teaching at St. Mary's High School for Girls. While the work was fulfilling, the heart of the city, with its suffering and poverty, continually called to her. She saw firsthand the dire conditions of the slums, the malnourished, the sick, the homeless, all of them abandoned by society and left to fend for themselves in an unforgiving world. In 1946, during a train ride from Calcutta to Darjeeling, Mother Teresa received what she described as a call within a call. It was as though God Himself had spoken to her, urging her to step out of her convent and into the streets to serve the poorest of the poor. This was the moment when she felt a deep, unwavering pull to give her life fully to those who had no one else to care for them. With nothing more than her courage, faith, and a few rupees, Mother Teresa left the comfort of her convent to establish the Missionaries of Charity in 1950. The organization's goal was clear: to love and serve the poorest of the poor, with all the compassion and dignity they deserved. Mother Teresa would go on to open clinics, schools, and homes for the sick and the dying, offering them not just care but also the kind of love and attention that many of them had never experienced. One of the most profound aspects of her work was her belief that no act of kindness, no matter how small, was ever wasted. She would often say, "Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love." It was her humility, her willingness to work tirelessly for the unseen and forgotten, that endeared her to so many. She did not seek fame or recognition, she sought only to alleviate the suffering of others. Mother Teresa's impact wasn't confined to India. Her compassion spread across the world. People from all walks of life were inspired by her selflessness, and the Missionaries of Charity soon had homes and institutions all over the globe. From Africa to Latin America, from the streets of New York to the slums of Romania, Mother Teresa's organization provided comfort and care to those in need, with no questions asked. Despite facing criticism from some circles, especially due to her controversial views on abortion and contraception, Mother Teresa never wavered in her mission. She was resolute in her belief that love and care for the poor were the greatest expressions of faith. Her unwavering conviction and humility earned her the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979, but she accepted it not for herself, but on behalf of all those she served. Her life was a living example of the power of love. She was never concerned with wealth, fame, or personal gain. Instead, her greatest reward came from seeing the faces of those she helped, from hearing the words of gratitude from people whose lives had been transformed by her kindness. As the years went by, the world began to see her not just as a nun, but as a saintly figure, a woman who embodied the message of Christ in its purest form. She gave not just her time, but her heart, to those who needed it most. She held the hands of the dying, whispered words of comfort to the lonely, and shared the little she had with the destitute. The joy and peace she brought to the world were not of her own making, but a reflection of her deep faith and unshakable belief in the goodness of humanity. Mother Teresa passed away in 1997, but her legacy continues to inspire millions. Her life teaches us that the true measure of success is not found in accolades or achievements, but in the love we give, the lives we touch, and the service we offer to others. She once said, "If you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one." In her eyes, every life mattered, and every act of kindness was a step toward a better world. Even today, in the busy streets of Kolkata or the distant corners of the globe, her missionaries of charity continue her work, caring for the sick, the poor, and the dying, just as Mother Teresa did. Her story remains a beacon of hope, a reminder that one person can, indeed, change the world, one small act of love at a time. Her journey from a young girl in Skopje to a global symbol of compassion is a testament to the power of a single, unwavering soul committed to making the world a better place. In the face of hardship, Mother Teresa chose love, and in doing so, she illuminated the path for countless others to follow.